Alright guys, I just wanted to put a little intro to this video because the validity of Z Happy Hour helping your ally has been brought into question. Thank you to Dakota Smith for bringing this up because I didn't even think to check. I just assumed because it does target your ally, it also boosts your ally. So we're checking it right now. We're actually live on stream. We're actually in the wrong layout. We should be over here. So yeah, we're going to do this here. We're just going to recover. By the way, my Alex +6 in special attack right now, so don't let that throw you off. But we're going to Z Happy Hour. And this Feeny is like -2 or -3, so we should live. And it doesn't matter if the Lichen Rock lives or not. We need to live with the Milotic. So let's hit this up. Let's hit this up and see what can we do here. Because this does take away a lot of the validity of this team if it doesn't boost both Pokemon. But I mean, obviously we have been getting some wins with it, and you'll see how well we do today, if we do well or not. Milotic actually avoids the muddy water, but because then we're just boosting Lichen Rock, which isn't as good. Because I think Lichen Rock doesn't provide as much for this team. It's still a really good Pokemon. And maybe, like, I've just been thinking Milotic's damage is doing better out of pure spite. So we're going to look at Milotic. Well, we'll look at Lichen Rock first. You can see +1 in every stat. Let's look at Milotic. You were right, Dakota Smith. It does not boost your Pokemon. So I'm sorry that I didn't look into that further. I just assumed because it does target both your Pokemon, it would boost both your Pokemon. But I guess it's just for shiggles when it gets your other Pokemon. So that is unfortunate. We will still use the team for the rest of the week. Just remember now that only Lichen Rock gets those boosts. So that is unfortunate. Like, I thought for sure that Milotic was doing more damage when I was using the Z Happy Hour, but apparently not. So, as you're watching this video, just remember that it doesn't work. It only boosts Lichen Rock, unfortunately. And that's why you don't see as many people use it. I question why don't more people use this. Turns out that's the reason. Because it only boosts one Pokemon. It is still a nice boost because it's an Omni-boosting move. It's not like Z Conversion where it changes your typing. But what can you do? What can you do? Our special attack won't go any higher, unfortunately. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. You don't have to see the rest of this one. This one's just a toss-away battle. We'll see you there. Hello everyone and welcome to Shard Press Gaming. And today we're back with some more Pokemon VGC 2018. This is, once again, the Happy Hour team featuring Dusk Form, Lichen Rock. If you guys are excited for this video, be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. And if you want to try the team out for yourself, there is both the QR code link and the Pastebin link down in the description below. So you can try it out either on the 3DS or in Pokemon Showdown, whichever one suits your fancy better. But, yeah, we're going to get into it today. I guess the only Pokemon we didn't see last time was Bulu. And we want to have a little more effective version of Happy Hour, so I'm going to hit yes. Also, something I was thinking about, because the Dusk Form Lichen Rock, obviously, it has to be the event version of the Lichen Rock to have Happy Hour, and it's like, Lichen Rock evolves, Henry, 1464 player, with a very interesting team. I don't know how well this will go over for Henry, or maybe it won't go over well for me, but anyway, Happy Hour. These Lichen Rocks evolve at 5 o'clock. Happy Hour is usually at 5 o'clock. You get it? Anyway, Crustle, Altaria, Heliolisk, and Hippowdon with no items. Unfortunately, my Lichen Rock really doesn't do anything other than the, well, I guess it's super effective on the Crustle and the Altaria. Rock Slide. And we have Drill Run for the Heliolisk. I think Bulu's going to be a better start, especially for the Hippo. We can go Incineroar just for some fake out pressure. We can have Lichen Rock and Salamence. Let's do that. I think this is going to be basically a throwaway match, but hey, what can you do? We're still going to feature young Henry here. He came out to the battle spot today. We're going to see what he's got. Maybe he'll surprise us, pull out some fun times. Pull out some fun times. Let's see what we got here. Incineroar and Bull. We see Crustle and Hippowdon. Ooh, that Luxury Ball shiny Crustle and the shiny Hippo coming out of the Ultra Ball. Shiny Hippo isn't actually too bad. Has it always looked like that? I mean, it's like a ishy kind of green, but I kind of like it. Maybe we'll have to shiny hunt some Hippo sometime. But I just would hammer this Hippo, and we fake out the Crustle. Breaks it sturdy, allows it so it can't do anything this turn. And we just remove this Hippo from the battlefield. Bop. There's the fake out. And the wood hammer. Knocks out Hippo. Like, I kind of see a little bit of synergy, I guess, in this team. The Hippo sets up Sand, which gives the Crustle some special defense. Heliolisk could be Sandvale Heliolisk. And then there's the Altaria. But I kind of think this is just a shiny team. He's just coming on to show off his shinies, maybe. I don't know. I mean, they're really interesting mons. Not enough to get him back up to sturdy. Not that we'll be able to one-hit KO with either of our Pokemon, unfortunately, but... We're going to see Altaria come out. Another shiny. I'm figuring they're all shinies, to be honest with you. I'm just going to Leech Seed the Crust, because, again, I really can't do anything at this point. I want to Darkest Lariat this Altaria, because, again, really can't do anything at this point. So we get the Leech Seed off on the Crusty. We're going to see Sky Attack come out from Altaria. Interesting. Okay, let's get to take a turn to recharge, which gives us an extra turn to attack it. We did see Bulu was the fastest thing on the field, interestingly enough. Does a ton of damage. We see Rock Wrecker come out from that Crustle. Wowee, that should KO. Oh, okay, it doesn't. Alright. Well, I might just be able to KO that Altaria, and Incineroar survives the turn. Incineroar does survive the turn. So the Altaria was charging this turn, and now the Crustle charges. Yeah, this last turn Altaria charged. This next turn Crustle's gonna charge. They're swapping charging turns. All right, so I just would hammer this Altaria. Should KO in terrain, and then both Flare Blitz and Darkest Lariat KO this Crustle. I'm just gonna Darkest, or not KO, but they're neutral. So Woodhammer with the Train Boost should KO Altaria. There we go. No Sky Attack for you. None of that, please. Don't do that. And Crustle is charging this turn, so we're going to hit it with the Darkest Lariat. Up. And Crustle's going to recharge. Sand does hit first, so this may KO our Incineroar. Nope. Incineroar is a little baby bulky boy. He's not going down anytime soon. We can get some leftovers and terrain heal on the Bulu, just terrain on the Incineroar, and then we'll get some Leech Seed off the Crustle after it gets its terrain healing. So we get the nice 4-0 sweep in the first one. Again, I didn't expect this to be super competitive match, but figured we'd stick it in, because again, oh wait, Heliolisk. I forgot about Heliolisk. There is a wild card in this match. Again, another shiny Pokemon. Again, I just would hammer the Heliolisk, and we'll Flare Blitz Heliolisk. I'm not too worried about the Crustle. It's just going to be Rock Wreckering. Thunder, which Heliolisk connects with, is going to KO Incineroar there. So we do unfortunately lose the Incineroar. But we're going to get the Woodhammer off, which will KO this Heliolisk. No item, so no chance of a Focus Sash. And then what does Crustle go for? Shell can't even talk. So surprised. Shell Smash. My Salamence and my Lycanroc should both outspeed this thing. So I'm not super worried. And I'm not going to bother like Z Happy Houring or whatever. I'll just Rock Slide and Woodhammer here. It's the end of the game. It's not worth it to waste the time to go for a Z move. Especially with Crustle being this low health. So let's just bring in Lycanroc. This was just a slugfest, really. The only non-attacking move that was used was the Leech Seed. I guess the Sky Attack was a charge, so... But it would have been a slugfest had it survived. So there goes Rock Slide. Crustal's gonna go down to that, and that will be GG. I don't remember what outsped us last game. Was it Liepard? Liepard outsped our +1 Lycanroc. I couldn't remember what it was in the last video. I was gonna look it up, but then I'm like, wait, what was it? And the video was rendering, so I couldn't check. So I think it was Liepard, because it still sounds really weird that a Liepard would outspeed. Because foul play isn't affected by Prankster, as far as I'm aware, unless something's going on that I don't know about. A boot. But I did just build a team for next week on Showdown, so I got to get that all ready, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun for sure. I'm excited to use it. Alright, we're back up to 1507, so maybe we can find some a little more... what's it called? Competitive. I just noticed I only have one... It says there's more than one version, Brendan, of the Wild Pokemon battle, but I only have one of them, so I got to work on getting all these battle musics. So we see a little more of a not normal, a little more of a standard team with Landorus, Therian, Cresselia, Mega Metagross, we can assume Zapdos, Tapu Lele, and a Snorlax. We saw we were having problems with Snorlax last video, so maybe we have to go with Incineroar here. But Incineroar also just... I mean, Incineroar is good against the Crest and the Meta. That's not a bad idea. It just doesn't like the Lele is the thing. It is a Assault Vest, so it probably could take on Lele. I'm actually going to lead Incineroar. I'll lead Incineroar, and what else do we go? We can go Aegislash, Incineroar. I like Lycanroc. I like that Lycanroc. And we could go Milo. We could actually go Milo, Aegis. Let's do that. Just in case the Landorus leads. Then we'll go Aegis and Lycan. I don't really like Salamence here. It doesn't do too much. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Salamence really doesn't hit anything too hard. It hits nothing super effectively. The only thing Salamence is really going to be able to hit is, I guess, the Lele a little bit with its Hyper Voice, and then the Landorus. But then, like, everything's super effective with it. Cresselia typically has Ice Beam. Landorus has Rock Slide. Moonblast from the Lele. It's just not a good time for Salamence right now, so... We're going to see Metagross Lele lead. So, typical lead for this team. I just wanted to be sure that we caught any sneaky Landos coming in here. So, we might see, like, well, they might double into Incineroar, but I don't know about that, so... I'm just going to Darkest Lair... Should I Darkest Lariat or should I Snarl? I'm just gonna Darkest Lariat, the Metagross, and we'll bring Aegislash, and we'll be able to threaten the Lele then, and take whatever hits are coming Melodic's way. So Aegislash isn't gonna be eating up the psychic hits like a Assault Vest Metagross does, which is what I'm used to. But it's still gonna take it pretty well, especially in Shield form. In Blade form, not so much, but in Shield form, we out here. So we're going to see Metagross Mega Evolve like we expected it to. Metagross does go for Zen Headbutt, so that will be an Aegislash because Incineroar is part dark. Ooh, that's so much damage in the terrain. We're going to see Moonblast come out from the Lele, probably into Incineroar. We are Assault Vest though, so we should take that pretty nicely, which we do. And we get to Darkest Lariat into Metagross. Just phenomenal damage, a little over half. So I can just Lariat again, and then we can either Shadow Ball or Flash Cannon. Let's look at the other Pokemon. It's looking like Flash Cannon will do the... I mean, Flash Cannon is just the safest play in case Snorlax is in the back. Because that's the only Pokemon that's going to be immune to either one of those hits, which is being Shadow Ball. Some Pokemon do resist the Flash Cannon, like the Zapdos. There was another Pokemon that resisted Flash Cannon. I can't remember right now. Which is good. I can't remember Pokemon. Landorus is going to come out to intimidate my Incineroar. It will be taking a Darkest Lariat. I wonder if Lele switches out, but Lele we assume be choiced. It's not choice, it's Protect-a-Lele. It's the Protect-a-Lele. So we're going to Darkest Lariat here. See what this does for us. We do see the stance change come out from the Aegis. We're going to flash cannon into that Lele, which is not going to be able to do anything. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do now, because I don't want to leave Aegislash in Blade form. I think we just lose our Incineroar here, is what we do, unfortunately. So I will Darkest Lair out the Lele, I guess. And I will go into King Shield with Aegislash, just in case the Lele... Okay, Lele's actually going to switch out for the Snorlax. For this, if he just Earthquaked here, he's hitting his own Snorlax, which I don't necessarily agree with. But I will King Shield. Maybe he just Z-moved, maybe? Nope, just gonna Earthquake his own Landorus. I guess rather than Earthquaking the own... Or Snorlax, sorry. Rather than Earthquaking his own Lele, just rather Earthquake his own Snorlax. I was a -1 Incineroar, so I wasn't too upset about losing it there. And now I'm going to go Milo to scare out the Lando. Milo to scare out the Lando. That's why I love Milotic. You guys are going to be seeing Milotic so many times in this series. I apologize in advance, but not really. I guess we I mean, again, we're in this situation where we can't really touch the Snorlax. We're going to see U-turn from the Landorus on the Milotic. I did go for Scald here instead of Ice Beam, just in case like Mega Metagross came out to try and take an Ice Beam. And I think from that range, Scald would have gotten it anyway. We do see that it's not a Choice Scarf Landorus, though, as well. So whatever's coming in here still doesn't like Aegislash, so I guess I don't understand that play, but what can you do? The Landorus wasn't in a good position, and both Pokemon in the back aren't in a good one either when they come out, so... I could have just doubled that slot, which I was actually thinking about doing, but... In comes the Lele. Okay, that's going to take Scald. I thought Lele was a lot lower than it actually is. So we get the Scald off. Does decent damage, because it is a top of Lele, and we do get the burn. Okay, Aegislash will go into Sword Blade form. Get a Flash Cannon off on the Snorlax. Wish I would have Shadow Balled the Landorus slot now. That actually did a decent amount of damage. This Snorlax does not have a lot of special defense investment, so it's going to be a little easier to deal with. It is another Curselax as well. So, what do I do here? If Terrain goes away, that'd be nice. You do see the burn on the Lele. Okay, how many turns of Terrain are left? This is the last one. So, again, we need to keep Milotic alive, so we're going to protect Milotic here, and then we're going to Flash Cannon this Lele. Yeah, just get rid of the Lele. Get it out of my face. Let's see the Protect from the Milo. Lele actually goes for Thunderbolt into my Aegislash. Nice call there, dude. But why'd you Thunderbolt? I guess it's the only non-resistant move that the Lele has. We do see the Recycle from the Snorlax again. Very nice call from my opponent there. Weirdness is going to disappear from the battlefield. And I only have Lycanroc left, which isn't the best, but... Again, because Terrain is down, we should live any one hit from that Lele. So I'm actually going to Scald the Snorlax here, and we will go for that Z Happy Hour. Because Milotic is going to be the best thing we have in this match. So if we give Milotic all the boosts, plus it will be taking a boost from the Landorus when it comes in, we'll be looking really nice. Oh, gonna withdraw the Lele. That's even better. Landorus is gonna come in. That's fine. I'm Z Happy Houring. So, Milotic is gonna be amazing here because it'll be at +3 special attack, +1 speed. Both Pokemon will be +1 speed, and that means we should outspeed his entire team. Because there is no Z Choice Scarf users. Z Choice Scarf. There is no Choice Scarf Pokemon on his team. So that means we should outspeed all of them with both of them. Both my Pokemon. Not the Landorus. The Snorlax is at +1 in attack and defense right now. So we're not in the best situation. Oh, I'm going for Scald. So there is a chance to burn here. And Scald is doing so much, and we do get that burn. Snorlax did just recycle its berry, though, so it's going to be back up to full. But we did burn it, which was the important thing. We're going to see another Curse come out from that Snorlax as well. Oh, that was a nice neck crack. Oh, that felt so good. Okay. So now we're in an amazing position. The Z Happy Hour is actually coming through. We just have to follow through. Okay, so Scald will KO Landorus, no problem, and then I can just go for a Rock Slide with the Lycan Rock. The Lycan Rock will be faster, though, which is unfortunate, so it isn't a double target Rock Slide in the Snorlax. That even does a lot to the Landorus, to be honest. Landorus is faster than the Milotic, so it is going to get rid of my Grassy Seed. That's right, I have Grassy Seed on this thing. I keep forgetting about that because it never activates. Alright, but we get rid of that Landorus, though. Critical hit. Okay. Here comes the Facade. Oh, that's not good. We did unfortunately boost that Facade, so now we're down to Lycanroc, who is at +1, so we need a lot of flinches here. We need a lot of flinchies. Ooh, and then the Metagross, too. I forgot about you, buddy. Well, I didn't forget about you, I just thought you had a lot lower health. Rock Slide probably won't KO at neutral. I'm pretty sure it won't, actually. I should have just Drill Runned it. I just wanted to get damage off in the Snorlax. We do have the possibility of flinch, which is what we have to rely on now. We get it off on both. Doesn't do nearly enough damage to either one of them. Can we double flinch? Metagross can get an Iron Head off. So maybe one thing we would want to change is making it so Milotic can outspeed a non-Choice Scarf Landorus when it has that speed boost. Because I really thought it would have. Because we've already seen that Landorus was not Choice Scarfed. So, and that's not something I thought of when I was building this team. So, for those of you using this team in the future, change that Milotic to have a little more speed to it. Especially because it does have Grassy Seed. We haven't seen the Grassy Seed be activated yet. Because that battle could have gone a lot better if we had KO'd the Landorus before it was able to knock off my Milotic, because then more likely we would have lived from the Facade. I don't know that we would have necessarily, but we would have had a better chance had we not gotten knocked off previously. But we do see our next team opponent is going to have Blaziken, Celesteela, Togedemaru, Gyarados, Tornadus, interestingly enough, Incarnate, and Persian. So we do have two fake-out Pokemon. We have an Electric Rod user to deflect electricity from the 3 flying types my opponent has. And then the Mega Blaziken, which is a scary in general. I really do like my Milotic outside of the Togedemaru, but we can deal with that. And 2 Steel types as well, because Incineroar won't be terrible here. Lycanroc will be decent. Did we already pick our team? No. Salamence actually isn't bad either, especially for that Blaziken. Unless it's like Hidden Power Ice Blaziken, which was a thing for a little bit. There is the Gyarados Intimidate, so I think we lead Milotic and Incineroar. Bring Lycanroc and Salamence in the back. Let's see if we can get Z Happy Hour to actually work this time. I mean, we've gotten it to work, it just doesn't follow up the way we need it to. And, like, in that last match, Milotic's speed just wasn't there, and that's what could have won us that game. Previously, it was just that Snorlax was too bulky. This Snorlax was nowhere near as bulky as that one. I think this one just made a little more defensively, because we saw how... I mean, it was +2 defense, but still. Rock Slide was not doing very much. Alright, we got Togedemaru and Celesteela leading off from my opponent. So 2 beautiful Pokemon that my Incineroar can Flare Blitz. I am just going to fake out the Celesteela this turn and then Scald the Togedemaru. Because Togedemaru fakes something out here, I'm pretty sure. There's the fake out. Probably Incineroar, though. Yeah, I kind of assumed that would be the case. As long as this isn't like offensive Celesteela with Tectonic Rage, we should still be fine for the turn. We do see Giga Drain. Yeah, we take that, basically. Basically, we take that. And now I go for Flare Blitz into Celesteela. And I just protect my Milotic. I don't know. Yeah, I protect my Milotic, because Togedemaru is still sitting there. Okay, I'm going to withdraw the Celesteela for the Blaziken, who can take on Incineroar pretty well. Can take on Incineroar pretty well. The Togedemaru will Zing Zap into that Milotic slot. And the Flare Blitz, not going to be doing what we needed to into that Blaziken. Does decent damage for being a resisted hit, but of course Blaziken is It doesn't have speed boost. I know it does when it Mega Evolves. Alright, so what we're going to do then, I'm going to Flare Blitz this Togedemaru this time, and I'm going to bring in Salamence, which will intimidate the Blazikens, so more likely to live that high jump kick. I don't know if it's because, like, Speed Boost is weird. I'm not 100... What is that rumbling noise? What is that noise? Anyway, you get the Intimidate, so the Blaziken more likely than not can not KO my Incineroar. I mean, it is a Mega Blaziken, so I'm not hopeful. Where's the Encore from the Togedemaru? Stone Edge comes out from Blaziken, though. We should live that. That's not Stab. And as long as it didn't crit us, which it did not, so Flare Blitz should be able to kill this Togedemaru. My Lodic should be in a much better position now to take care of the Blaziken, which Mega Blaziken does have Speed Boost. So, because I think when you switch in, your Speed Boost should activate. I think that's how it works. So I don't know if that normal Blaziken just didn't have it and relied on the Mega Blaziken to have Speed Boost. I don't know. We could have gotten a free +1 right away, but I guess not. Tornadus is going to come in for my opponent. I don't know what this Tornadus wants to do. But I guess I will Flare Blitz it, and I'm going to attempt to get the Hyper Voice off with Salamence here. This Tornadus could even be Hidden Power Ice, to be honest. Or it could be Tailwind, or Hurricane, or Knockoff, or U-Turn, or Taunt. It's got a lot of different things you can do with this Tornadus. So we're getting a little risky just attacking here, instead of trying to see what... It's going to be Stone Edge Blaziken on the Salamence, we'll live that. Salamence is going to go before the Tornadus. I thought Tornadus would be fast. No, Tornadus is not fast. Never mind. Blaziken does feint to that. And Tornadus is the Z-move user, Supersonic. Yep, it's Supersonic Sky Strike. Probably also targeting down the Salamence. Well, that's fine. Salamence has done what it needs to. It can't do anything to the Celesteela. It would have been nice to have it around for another turn to KO this Tornadus, but we do have my Lodic in the back as well, which can deal with that. And also, this thing's going to be taking off Flare Blitz because it left my Incineroar alone. So Incineroar is just kind of out here, just dealing some damage right now. Here comes the Flare Blitz. Bop. And down goes Tornadus. So Incineroar was one of our big answers to the Celesteela, so that's not the best. But I think we have to go Z Happy Hour again. Just because the Celesteela more likely than not carries Heavy Slam, it probably goes for it here. So I might as well boost my Milotic while I have a chance. Celesteela. This team honestly wouldn't be a bad candidate for the Adrenaline Orb Milotic, which we used previously. But I wanted to try a different kind of set on Milotic for this one, because we did just use Adrenaline Orb Milotic, and preseason's the time to mess with stuff. Once the meta's actually started figuring itself out, that's a better time to start getting set into certain sets. But for right now, we just want to use random things like Z Happy Hour. Something you usually don't see, because not a lot of Pokemon get it. Much less a lot of fairly viable Pokemon get it. We're going to see it's very specially offensive Celesteela, relying on Flash Cannon instead of Heavy Slam. Even if you are special Celesteela, Heavy Slam typically does more. Maybe he's worried about the Landresses that are running around, intimidating him too much. Rock Slide does connect. This is a +1 Rock Slide. Whoa, does damage. And a Scald. Oh, I was going to say, a Scald should get as long as it doesn't have a berry. But it does. Is it Iapapa? Yeah, it's Iapapa or Wiki. One of those 50%, but we get another big Scald off onto it. Brings it back down to 50%. Celesteela actually flinches from the Rock Slide. So, Lycanroc holding down the Celesteela here. So we're able to pick up the game. Match is going to be forfeited too. Not letting me get my win. Come on, guy. I worked so hard for it. So, I almost want to do one more just because that first match was very non-competitive. But we're already at half an hour as well. Let's just drop one more in there. I don't want to screw you guys out of 3 competitive ones just because we had a less than competitive one to start out. I'm not always gonna put the less than competitive ones in. I just felt like leaving that one in this time, so we're gonna get one more. Sitting back at 1507, we're just bopping around the 1500s here. We're gonna see 1565 Weasel King from Illinois. I also just instinctively went to Team Skull Admin instead of, because we're trying to go through all of them. Okay, here we go. Here's Naganadel. This is my first time seeing Naganadel. We also see the Politoed, not Politoed, Pelipper Ludicolo combination, along with Kartana, Landorus Therian, and Amoonguss. Amoonguss, for those of you who don't speak stupid. So unfortunately, with the rain, that Ludi's going to outspeed the Salamence. Salamence would be good. It's just that Ludicolo is going to be outspeeding it. And then Naganadel, I think outspeeds too. I've never battled a Naganadel, and I have not looked at its stats yet. I know it's good, and I know kind of what it does, but I haven't looked at its stats yet. Even, like, Incineroar won't be able to be faster than Ludicolo to fake out. I think we have to go Milo Bulu, but even then... I want to go Incineroar Milo. I don't like it, but I'm going to go Incineroar Milo. Salamence will be in the back. And do we bring Lycanroc again? I really don't think we do. I really don't think we do. Aegislash. Or Bull. Oh, we almost have to go Lycanroc. This team does not like rain. I'm quickly realizing. It does not like rain. So, another thing you could edit about this team, do something about weather. Do something about weather. Like, I like the Intimidate from the Salamence. Originally, this team was going to have Mega Kangaskhan on it, and then there would have been Incineroar. But, I didn't even, like, factor in weather teams when I was building this, so. It does not like weather, that's for sure. So, we're going to see Ludicolo Pelipper lead off for my opponent. And honestly, my Milotic really doesn't do anything. I don't know why I led with it, to be honest with you. I guess I Ice Beam the Ludi to see if I can freeze it and fake out the Pelipper. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think this is just a loss. So we can start with a non-competitive game, and then we can give my opponent a very non-competitive game. Because, okay, gonna fake out my Incineroar. Gonna see Hurricane on the Milotic. Interesting that you're prioritizing the Milotic. I mean, he doesn't really have to prioritize the Incineroar either. Oh, we do freeze that Ludicolo. It probably has Scald. If it doesn't, it's stuck there, which would be rather nice. I'm going to Ice Beam the Pelipper now. If I Flare Blitz this Ludi, it's not going to do a ton of damage because we're in the rain. Plus, it will also... Thought. So I'm going to Snarl. Ludicolo's frozen solid. It appears it doesn't have Scald, so we got really lucky freezing that first turn. We're gonna see another Hurricane come onto my Milotic. I should have recovered, I guess, but whatever. We are confused, but do we get hurt in confusion? We do not. We get another Ice Beam off. Does this one freeze as well? Nope. But we do get the Snarl off. Unfortunately, Ludicolo does avoid. We see Ludicolo turn while it's frozen. That was pretty funny. If you couldn't tell from my snickering. But I will protect my Milotic this turn. Go for another Snarl. Just because I do want to hit the Ludicolo at least once, please. Milotic, unfortunately, hitting itself on its turn that it needs to... Oh, we're just getting super lucky with that Ludicolo. But on the turn that we had to protect the Milotic, unfortunately hits itself in confusion. But we actually live on 6 because the Hurricane decrease in special attack. And we were fortunate enough to avoid the Hydro Pump from the Ludicolo, so we're going to be able to get that Snarl off and decrease its special attack stat. I think we stopped testing Fate and Darkest Lariat this Ludicolo. I am attempting to recover with the Milotic. Maybe he expects me to try to protect again. And attacks an Incineroar, considering it's being annoying. He does hit the Hydro Pump this time. It's in the rain. I am Assault Vest, and he is decreased by 1 special attack, so we do live for the turn. Hurricane does come out into Milotic and get rid of it, unfortunately. Probably has the Landorus in the back, that's why I was so focused on it. But now I do get the Darkest Lariat off into the Ludicolo, which does very good damage. I'm just thinking. So we had Fake Out turn, we had Ice Beam Freeze turn, we had one turn of Frozen, this turn of Thaw. This should be the last turn of Rain, as long as this Pelipper isn't something weird. So I'm going to bring in Salamence here. I'm going to bring in Salamence here. The only thing is this Pelipper cannot Tailwind this turn. If it Tailwinds, then we're in a pickle. The Ludicolo is also -1. Do I just Hyper Voice here? Maybe he expects me to pretend. I'm gonna just we have to make some plays here. I'm just gonna Hyper Voice. I'll Darkest Layer out the Pelipper. You can actually withdraw the Ludicolo, so we do get this big Hyper Voice off. Naga Nadell is going to be coming in to take it, too. I don't think this thing's very bulky, either. I'll also withdraw the Pelipper, though. For the Kartana. Shiny Kartana. Mega Salamence will be coming out here. So he's going to withdraw those two to reset the Rain and also reset his special attack drops. Which probably wins him the game at this point. But Hyper Voice. Gonna KO that Kartana. And this Darkest Lariat should KO the Naga Nadell. So we did at least knock out 2 Pokemon, but now the Rain comes back in and is going to be able to win, unfortunately. There goes Naga Nadell. The Rain is going to stop. And now both Pokemon come back in, and both Pokemon are reset back to their original glory. And he can just Ice Beam my Salamence and Hurricane my Incineroar. But I do have plays. I've got good plays. I'm going to protect my Salamence this turn. And I'm going to swap out my Incineroar to reset my Fake Out. Lycanroc, sorry dude, you gotta go. He could have been helpful, but not at this point. Not with that fast Ludi. I really think Ice Beam comes out from Ludicolo into Salamence, and then like Hurricane or something comes out from Pelipper into Incineroar. The only thing that can't happen is the Pelipper setting up Tailwind. Because if the Pelipper does set up Tailwind, it can't. Ludicolo can't have Protect, and Pelipper can't have Ice Beam. We're see Giga Drain come out from Ludicolo into my Salamence. And Soak from the Pelipper. That doesn't work that way. Pelipper has to be faster to do that, my dude. So I just Hyper Voice here. I haven't seen Ice Beam from that Ludi. I have no reason to think it does have Ice Beam. So I'm just going to Rock Slide and Hyper Voice. Yeah, he does not have Ice Beam, I guess. And he relies on Soak Giga Drain, which is a really weird strategy to rely on. Especially because my Salamence is going to outspeed your Pelipper, I think. Unless you're, like, choiced. He's Choice Scarf Pelipper, that's why. But Ludicolo gets ×2 speed, not ×1, like Pelipper gets from its Choice Scarf. Hyper Voice, going to be able to KO that Pelipper. And now I can just Fake Out the Ludicolo. So we know the Ludicolo has Hydro Pump, we know it has Giga Drain, we know it has Fake Out. What's its last move going to be? It also can't KO both my Pokemon, which is really nice. You know what? Just in case it does have Protect, I'm going to actually Tailwind here. And then Fake Out. Because that ensures my Salamence is faster than the Ludicolo next turn. Okay, no Protect. We just wanted to be safe. That was such a scary game until the Ludicolo did not have Ice Beam. Ludicolo not having Ice Beam actually saved us there. 100% that saved us. If he had Ice Beam, could have been in a pickle. Darkest Lariat into the Ludi. Well, if he did have Ice Beam, he wouldn't have gone for that Soak play, so our original play should have worked out then, the protecting Salamence switching. But because he didn't KO my Lycanroc, well, you might have not even KO'd the Lycanroc, so it could have still been bad. Because he probably would have Hurricaned. Well, I don't know. He probably would have Scald. I don't know. It was a really weird set, so it ended up working out for us that he didn't have Ice Beam. He completely relies on Soak Giga Drain, which is a really weird strategy to use, especially when there's so many Pokemon weak to Ice. You would think you'd have Ice Beam, but I guess not. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the last battle of the video. What did we go, 3 and 4 in that one? I think 3 and 4 sounds right. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you're enjoying the team, be sure to hit like and subscribe if you have not already. And if you want to try the team out for yourself, QR code and Pastebin are in the description below. Remember, the more QR codes you use, the more teams I can be using. So be sure to go do that. Otherwise, let me know if you have any suggestions for teams down in the comment section below. We'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp, everyone.